is National Water Safety Month, and as families gear up for beach and pool time, we are doing our part to highlight the importance of swim education.
Yeah, it is important. According to the CDC and the U.S. Swimming Foundation, drowning is the #1 cause of accidental death in young children, and black children are 5 times more likely to drown than their white peers. The good news is swim lessons can reduce that risk by a whopping 90%.
This is really important, and we've got some valuable tips this morning, and we got some star power to deliver them. 3-time gold medalist and NBC sports analyst Rowdy Gaines, who is also a paid spokesperson for Step Into Swim, funded by the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance, and 2 Olympians, Cullen Jones and Camille Adams. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for being here.
I mean, this is obviously a mission for all of you. Cullen, I read that you actually almost drowned when you were a youngster.
Yes, I'm happy to be back at home, but I was actually in Pennsylvania at Dorney Park, and I was 5 years old, only child, and wanted to get on the biggest ride there. I ended up going down underwater, flipping upside down, and because I didn't have swim lessons, I really didn't know what to do, so that's why this is so important.
Yeah.
Rowdy, this is an important issue for you. You've been advocating for this for a long time. I have a 2-year-old who's mobile now, but falls in that gap where our local swim teacher, Mrs. Goldsmith, won't take Goldie till she's 3. What is the proper age where kids should get proper training?
Carson, I say as soon as they can walk, they should be learning how to swim. Because, like you said, they're mobile, and water is a magnet to kids. And as soon as they see water, they're going to be totally heading that way. And it's really important. Accidents, as you said earlier, can happen. And we just really believe that swim lessons are the key. And that parents need to be that first line of defense.
You have to. Camille, you run a swim school.
I do.
So, what age are you seeing kids come in, and what's your best advice for folks who want to get their kids, waterproofed?
Absolutely. So I have swim schools with the Streamline brands. I have Safe Splash swim schools in Houston. There's over 200 locations across the country. So I really believe, just like Rowdy, as soon as they can walk, we need to get them in the water. We need to get them comfortable. It's a life skill that every single person, child or adult, needs to learn how to do.
Colin, even that stat I said about black kids being 5 times more likely than their white peer counterparts. You've been working in that space. What have you seen, and what are you doing to make that?
And I was almost one of those statistics, wasn't I? So, I mean, in this space, Rowdy and I have been doing it for about 13 years, and we've been just trying to be advocates to try to get more and more people to learn to swim and understand how important life-saving lessons are.
All right, well, guess what? Cullen and Camille are getting in. Rowdy,
Okay,
I don't know how you didn't get, you don't want us to see you see in a bathing suit? Okay, we take the mics.
I'll take the gold medal.
You don't want your medals to get wet. We've got Esme and Benjamin. Hi, guys.
This is New York. I'm going to go pawn this.
No. All right, Esme and Benjamin are in there. Hi, they're swimmers. They know how to swim, but Camille and Cullen are going to give us a couple of tips. And what's the first one? Blowing bubbles?
Let's start with blowing bubbles.
Okay.
So Esme's going to do blowing bubbles. It's a real basic drill, Savannah, to kind of give them confidence. Kids are so afraid sometimes to put their faces in the water. So she starts off very easily with just the face, or just the face itself, or excuse me, the mouth. And then the nose, you see Esme's doing nose, and then all of a sudden they go all the way underwater. Each time it gives them more and more confidence.
You know what? My 5-year-old won't stop. He plugs his nose when he goes under, and I'm trying to get him to just blow the bubbles.
That's exactly right. And just all you have to do is softly get them to blow through the nose. You don't want to do it all at once.
Okay.
We've seen videos of kids who get on their back. How important is that ability to do that?
So that's what they're doing now, Carson. So this is my favorite drill, because when a child falls in the water, there's a panic that sets in. But they float so well on their back. So you want to teach them, and this is a parent that can do this. You don't have to go to an instructor. You put your chin back, right, because the head is so heavy. When you have your chin up, it sinks that body. Then they get their tummies up and make sure that they float on their backs. And that way they can scream for help too. Exactly.
Yeah, relax. You have to say, look, you're going to float. If you just relax, you're buoyant.
That's exactly right.
All right, our next demonstration has to do with getting out of the pool.
Yeah, so when a child falls in the water, what are they going to do? Well, in a shallow pool, they can actually jump off. Let's say they fall in. They jump down to the bottom of the pool, and then they turn around and then grab the pool. They grip the side of the pool. It's really important, because if somebody's inside and they fall in, you can see them jumping, and then pushing off the bottom of the pool.
Using the bottom of the
now,
pool
if it's
to-
too
yeah.
deep, then what they do is they kick up to the surface and then head to the wall.
And then free swimming. Ultimately, you want to get to a place where the kids can just freely swim in the pool.
Yeah, so these kids are experienced, as you said, Savannah. These kids are actually on asphalt green swim team. Okay, we're going to do swimming. So we're going to actually have them swim against the current.
Okay.
Let's turn on the current. in the
So
pool here.
this pool is a great endless pool that shoots a current out at the kids.
Oh,
And
wow.
Oh,
these
wow.
kids can actually swim. And
Oh,
this
look
is
at that stroke.
This is the Guppy upstream come to life.
right? So this is where we want to get all kids, man. Get them in the water. Love the water, right? Brings
Yeah.
joy to families. And we want more swimming pools. We want more swimmers. And then they can be like...
Don't we, Rowdy, also need more instructors, especially in communities of color where we're not finding people who are out there teaching. So maybe somebody who is a good swimmer to change a career and get into instructional swimming.
Absolutely. You know, we have a little bit of a shortage of lifeguards too, and a lifeguard situation is so awesome to pursue. And we just, you know, the stats are staggering, and we just really feel like swim lessons. We found the cure first,
Yeah.
and the cure is literally swim lessons.
Oh, well, Esme and Benjamin, Camille and Colin, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Camille.
Rowdy,
Thank
this
you,
is
Colin.
so
Thank
important.
you, kids. Nice work.
Yeah, good swimmers there. Great
Especially with
stroke.
Ironbound out there. You got to know how to swim.
Exactly.